Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So, I'm going to read you this comment by at SP123. He says, Justin Gamble for starters is not some kid that has no money and whose only funds are from sports cards. Obviously, he's not making his money from sports cards because he doesn't know fucking shit about sports cards. He sells crap cards. He doesn't fucking know anything except a few players that are selling and stuff. He doesn't know shit. So, of course, duh. If fucking you think anybody that doesn't know that he's not a fucking professional sports card dealer and shit, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He sells crap cards. He like pawns off all sticker autos, so everything he sells is fucking crap. He buys crap. He sells crap to stupid fucking idiots out there who don't know what the fuck good cards are. So, duh. He might say that, but from sports he might say that, but it's not true. Turns out the dude made Forbes magazine list of top 100 influencers several years back. The dude has money. Well, I think he does have some money and stuff, but we don't know like his family. Like, what does his family actually do? What's their fucking financial interest and shit, right? And so I had heard that he had another page before. And then just the other night, he was saying like 4 months ago how he was really low and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, because what? You were hustling, what, tennis shoes and watches and shit? Big deal, you know? Because you're trying to be an influencer, because you got some editing skills. It's not that you have any fucking talent. He's like, dude, every fucking one of these stupid losers out here can edit. They're all editors. They're not fucking talented. They're editors. And now, it looks like he can play, maybe he plays piano. It looks like that's an actual skill that he does have. Maybe can edit a little bit, but I don't even give credit for that, because anybody that's like his age and shit, they all should know how to fucking be editors and shit, right? So, and he says, and he's really smart too. No, you have to be really stupid, and you're influenced by the flash and the being on his internet presence to think that qualifies him as being smart. No, he's not smart. Do you see how stupid that fucking drunk ass loser is every day? The dude's a fucking alcoholic. And there's another thing. It's like, and when I look at him, it's like, I don't see him using methamphetamine. He doesn't look like a tweaker, but I've never really done cocaine, so I don't know how to really spot the signs of somebody under the influence of cocaine and alcohol. I don't really know how to spot that. But one of the things is like, dude, he's drinking so much and I don't see him ever looking like passed out drunk, which makes me feel on the inside that he's probably under the influence of some other drug. Now, what drug that is, I don't know. You know, if it's cocaine or something else, I don't know. But he sure doesn't look like a person who's just drinking alcohol. It looks like there's some other fucking drug involved there. But oh, he's so smart. Yeah, sure. Fucking drug addict, fucking alcoholic. Oh, what a genius, right? He started up a Discord where they buy, sell, trade cards and shit. Okay, he didn't write the software for that. You act like he went in there and wrote the fucking software, which people like him, it wouldn't surprise me if he could write code and shit. That they all know how to do that shit. That's what they all fucking do. But it's like, it's not like that. It's like, you go, like, I never did that shit and stuff, right? But I know you just go set up a website and set it up, push your little button here, put your little button here, boom, 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 there it is. It's all set up. I mean, it took him like a day to set it up. I don't think it's that difficult. I don't know why you think he's so smart, because he fucking did that. Okay, cool, he did it. That's cool. I don't knock him. Cool, he did it. But that doesn't make him smart and shit, right? So he started up his Discord where he makes this much money. He has 400 members, and he says, do the math, $17 a month, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, also he makes musics. All the songs on his channel were produced by him, right? So now we're going to go over here. Okay, so this is this song, Jordan Belfort. I'm going to play this just for a second so you can hear what song it is.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort.
Okay, so he always plays that fucking song on his page, right? He's always playing that song. So I go down here and look for, like, credits and shit, right? And so, right here where it says, chorus, vocals, and lyrics by Wes Welker and DYL. Okay, that's not Justin Gamble. He's neither one of those. Production by Wes Welker. Again, it's not him. That's not Justin Gamble. Then it says featured verse by DYL. There's a sound check. And it says mixed by Wild a Beast on SoundCloud. Maybe that's Justin Gamble, right? But then you go down here, right? And it's saying licenses, right? And so it says, so what it's got me thinking is that when I read this and stuff, it's like probably what happened is that just throwing out an idea is probably Justin Gamble's father probably is in the music business, and it has contacts with these production companies. That's probably what it is, and that's why he raised him and trained him how to play the piano. And then what he did is he learned how to play the piano, so then his father got him, showed him how to build a music production company that he could get a deal with a real music company, because that's how it goes. You got to have that connection and shit, right? It's not that Justin Gamble went out and did all that shit on his own. It's probably his father's probably in the business. It's probably something like that, right? But so when it goes to licenses, here's like how many, it says UMPI, BMG Rights Management, Latin Author, BMI, Broadcast Music Incorporated, Unio Brasilio de Editorios de Music, then UBEM, Arisa, ASCAP, Latin Author, Sony ATV. Now that one right there, Sony ATV, that was Michael Jackson's production, his publishing company. Michael Jackson owned the ATV catalog. That's the catalog that had the Beatles music catalog, right? That's the catalog that had all the Beatles song, was the ATV music catalog. That's the one that Michael Jackson bought. But there was a lot of other music in it, and that's the thing about whenever people talk about that, oh, Michael Jackson he did Paul McCartney dirty because he bought that ATV catalog. It's like, no, in that catalog there's hundreds and hundreds of other songs by all kinds of different artists. It wasn't just the Beatles, but the Beatles was the one that was the super valuable one. But there was a lot of other music in there, right? So, and also just so you know, that's not Michael Jackson's. Michael Jackson's songs is it's probably MJJ Productions. It's probably under that title. So Michael Jackson's own songs are not in that ATV catalog. That's a different music catalog. So what happened is that Michael Jackson was doing business with Sony. What it is that you need a distribution. See, Sony has distribution. They're the company that distributes it, and they know how to collect the money. That's the big thing. You have to get hooked up with these big companies because they're the ones who actually collect the money. And that's why you've got to get hooked up with these big companies. And that's why Michael then, he hooked up his ATV catalog with Sony. What he did is he became half owner. Michael's catalog, because it owned the rights to the Beatles, he got half of Sony's music publishing catalog. They became 50-50 ownership. They combined the two, Sony ATV. They combined the two companies, and so Michael Jackson was a 50% shareholder of the Sony ATV music catalog and stuff, right? And so that's Michael Jackson's company. But now I believe he has sold that, right? And the Beatles, so Sony's got all that now, right? But that's still not Michael Jackson's. But just recently he did sell some of his songs. There is something going on with that too. And but that's a different story and shit, right? But I just wanted to mention that Sony ATV, that's Michael Jackson's. That's where the Beatles music was that ATV catalog and shit, right? So then it says Abramus Digital, Concord Music Publishing, Latin Author per Music, Mint, BMG, and 11 music rights societies, right? So somewhere in there, I guess, there's some part of somewhere in there, Justin Gamble, like I said, I just read you all of the stuff that's like associated with that song, that Jordan Bell III and shit, right? So I just showed you all the stuff. Justin Gamble didn't write the lyrics, right? Because he says he owns the song, and it's like, well, what you own, what'd you actually do? And so that's the kind of thing. It's like, okay, when you want to say you own it, it's like, okay, I understand that you've got some kind of rights to that and shit, right? And maybe you produced it and you bought those other guys out. Maybe you own it in a way, or maybe you forced them to sign a bad deal and they didn't know that they were signing away the actual publishing rights to their songs, because that's what a lot of these people do, is they scam the actual artist and stuff, right? Maybe Justin Gamble's one of those scammers who he gets people and he produces a song for them, but they're the ones that wrote the lyrics and shit. But Jordan says Justin Gamble plays some little keyboard on there and thinks that he created the song. It's like, you're not writing the fucking lyrics. If you're not writing the lyrics, you ain't creating songs. Because ain't nobody gonna listen to your fucking keyboard shit. You can't. How many songs do you hear? There's like only one Kenny G out there that plays this fucking saxophone and people actually likes those songs. There's not many songs like that. You gotta have lyrics and shit, right? You gotta have a singer. You gotta have a lot of shit. I don't see Justin Gamble doing any of that shit, right? So he's like, oh, he's so smart. Yeah, oh, he's so smart because he probably grew up in a family where his dad is hooked up in the music business and his dad taught him how to scam people, how to produce songs and shit. So that makes him so smart. I don't see any of that here, right? So you people making your stupid shit, you guys are influenced by an influencer because you guys are too stupid to have any fucking talent on your own to know you don't have any original thoughts. You have no fucking talent. You guys do nothing and shit, right? So I just wanted to get that fucking out here and shit, right? And if like Justin Gamble, if you want to fucking explain what is your ownership stake in these songs and shit, I would be glad to fucking hear it. And if you did more than what I'm giving you credit for, I will gladly come out and say, oh, but you didn't write the lyrics. I don't see where you're at here. It's like, did you have the music first and then they put the lyrics over it? If you did that, I would give you a little bit more credit. But I don't think you did that. I think they actually had their song and you came in and maybe added something to it. You turned it into more of a produced actual song with, high level quality production and shit, right? But that doesn't mean you're a fucking songwriter and shit, right? And then the fact that you own the songs just tells me that probably, and it's like, I doubt that you did that on your own. Most likely is you got somebody in the family who fucking did that for you. So go ahead and prove me wrong, Justin. Tell the truth. Explain how you own these songs. Explain how you're a music producer and shit. I would be fucking glad to hear it. I'd love to hear it. Make a video about that. That's much more interesting than watching you selling those fucking shitty cards to a bunch of stupid fucking losers.